The music in your home can sometimes get pretty loud if you have teenagers around, but music can also play a big part in your child's early development. Jordan Beckman is with Red Door Pediatric Therapy, and she's here with us this morning to tell us how we can incorporate music into our child's lives to help them grow. Good morning, Jordan.
Good morning.
Thanks for being with us. Now, tell us why music is so important for early childhood development.
Music helps build important connections in the brain, especially in that early development and those essential times where you're learning new skills. It really starts to help the body and the mind work together through movement and just understanding in general. It's really a multi-sensory approach to learning.
Now, I have got a couple of questions on that. First of all, are you talking like children's songs or just music in general that they maybe learn the lyrics and sing along to?
Both. I feel like depending on the age of the child, right? Like you can start to play music and sing to your baby in utero when you're pregnant. Um, and then they start to learn your voice, and that's really great. But also once you are at that early development phase through preschool, those songs like The Wheels on the Bus and things like that really help to develop that connection, especially when they're paired with actions.
Okay, now I want to move on to, what skills can develop from that, but I do have one more question from what you said before. When we're talking about music for children, are we talking listening or singing or a combination of everything, just music in general?
Yeah, music in general, it's great for all of those things,
Yeah.
right? So, we said we're going to talk about this in a little bit, but like the skills that it can develop, like it can develop your understanding of words by the actions that maybe are happening with certain songs, or it can develop their expressive language or verbal output with actually singing the song. So that's why music is so great, because it targets um, just all of those language skills and not necessarily one or the other.
Okay, do you have any suggestions maybe for specific songs or specific type of music that is most beneficial?
I mean, really for this age, I feel like we talked about the wheels on the bus. You have your actions for those things. So that's working on the fine motor development and the gross motor development. The itsy bitsy spider, and then it fell down. It's starting to understand those concepts and those words, being able to understand them and use them. So, any songs that have repetition that go over and over, pretty soon your child's going to start to understand, like, this word comes next. Or you could say something that's unexpected and then be like, that's not right. And they're starting to understand that. They also are really starting to understand if you're playing other music in general, it doesn't necessarily have to be nursery rhymes or things like that. You can start to clap to the beat. If it's a song on the radio, you can, tap on stuff, tap on the table, make noises, shake some rattles. That skill is really great in regard to pre-reading skills, to be able to understand the beat and the tempo of things.
Now, let me ask you this. We're talking about listening to music and participating and singing along and things like that. What age group are we talking about generally here?
Yeah, I mean, generally probably, 6 months
Okay.
to 5 or 6.
Okay. So as a child moves into elementary school, and I think it's fourth or fifth grade that they're into violin and things like that when they first offer that, even at that age, are children still learning through music and participating in maybe some sort of a band program at school when they're younger and things like that?
Yeah, I mean, like we talked about before, music is really using different parts of the brain. So anytime that you can incorporate music with a language task or with an action task, you're going to learn it differently. So, every child learns differently. Some learn by action, some
Mhm.
learn by reading, some learn by movement. So some learn by listening and by music. You're combining multiple things in music. And so that's a really great way to target kind of any skill.
Okay, so you're at home and you want to get your child involved in music in one form or another. How do you go about doing that? How do you incorporate music into the home?
Yeah, you can make it a part of your everyday activities, especially with that little age range, that younger group. I'm sure that you've heard of the cleanup song. You can create any type of song for a routine that you're going to have. It makes it more fun, especially if you have a kiddo that doesn't want to do the task. If you incorporate music, they might be a little bit more willing to help. So like for bath time, you could make up a song for bath time that then makes them more engaged. Or when they're getting dressed, maybe you have words that you put to music to make that more fun. Teeth brushing is another one that my daughter disliked brushing her teeth, but as soon as we made music with it, or a beat, or did something like that, then she was more motivated to do it.
That's interesting. Just incorporate music maybe into tasks or chores and make that part of the routine, and it just makes it more fun for the child to take part then in what they're doing. Jordan, tell us where we can get a hold of Red Door Pediatric Therapy and contact information and things like that.
Yes, we have offices in Minot, Bismarck, Grand Forks, and Beulah, and you can call our central scheduling line at 701-222-3175.
Perfect. I bet you're going to get done with this interview and you're going to go listen to some music so you can incorporate that into your family as well.
Yes, thank you.
All right, Jordan Beckman of Red Door Pediatric Therapy, thank you for joining us. We're going to take a break. We'll be back. We've got much more coming up on North Dakota Today right after this.